la ciencia.
Erock walking, Erock talking, Erock about to shine. One thing I know for sure, I got all the time. Wait, the song's over, but I brought fire. Welcome. The hot fire will be coming, but this is Erock Talks. I like to talk. I don't want to waste too much time, so let's kind of just jump right into it. What is on everybody's mind in the wrestling world? To be honest with you, the Royal Rumble. And we are on the road to WrestleMania once again because both Brock Lesnar, the former and future WWE champion, and little weirdo Rowdy Ronda Rousey punched their ticket to the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania ever by winning their respective Royal Rumble matches. And the reaction online has been, let's say mixed is a generous term. A lot of fans are kind of disappointed Brock won, as there were plenty of other ways to get him to Roman without making him a two-time Rumble winner, to be honest with you. And a lot of other fans are disappointed with Ronda because they don't like Ronda. I do, but look, I get it. So let's not have that fight here. But this all led me down the rabbit hole of like roads to WrestleMania, especially ones that are more fondly remembered than the ones we might be going on. I was on this very site looking at video packages set to iconic songs. Well, iconic songs to wrestling fans. I imagine most people don't consider Olympus It's My Way and Imagine Dragons Monster as classics. But us wrestling fans, we certainly do. My Way serves as the backdrop for what I think many regard as the greatest video package WWE has ever produced. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17. We all know it. We can all recite it in our minds. It's an unforgettable sight as the two men trade barbs back and forth. The Rock promises he will walk out champion, and Stone Cold says he has to beat The Rock. It's incredible stuff. Well, except for, okay, I'm not trying to be the thing you like is actually bad guy. I hate that person. Those who know me know that's not me at all. But I do have to mention that, every time I watch that video, I'm reminded that, oh yeah, Deborah, Austin's wife at the time, was assigned to be The Rock's manager in that build. And there's just 40 seconds of that weird stuff in the package before Fred Durst kicks back in. Literally the music's not there and then it just boom. But I bring that up for no reason at all. At all. Of course I brought it up for a reason. Daniel Bryan, damn, what is wrong with you people? Come on, speed up here. Look, it might be a stretch of a little of a connection, but it is a connection. The iconic video hyping the iconic match had a very meh part of the build. But we kind of mind dump that so we remember the best stuff. And that's where I get when I watch the Monster video, just like with the My Way video. When I watched it today, I watched it with the idea of what if I showed this to a non-fan, right? My first thoughts were they would be kind of pumped, right? They would be at least a little interested. And they definitely ask me, hey, did Daniel Bryan win at WrestleMania? Did he beat Triple H at the very least? And I would gleefully tell them, hey, yes, he did. He beat Triple H. And then, yes, he beat both Batista and Randy Orton. But before I let them go on their merry way, presumably very far away from me and my wrestling talk, I'd have to mention, what's wild, that wasn't planned to go that way. And they'd probably stare at me and be like, what do you mean I want to leave? But I'd have to explain that yes, everything up to SummerSlam was the plan, for sure. Bryan would beat John Cena, big moment, big smiles, big beard. Do you remember how big his beard was? That dude's beard was so freaking beard. And it was so big. It was a big beard bid. It was big. But that was just it. Just like Dante Hicks in Clerks. Daniel Bryan was never supposed to be there. He was supposed to lose at SummerSlam, and that was it. A few rematches with Orton, but... I'm not trying to go Pepe Sylvia on you here. But okay, take a peek at that Monster video package. Seriously, go rewatch it after this. They have the fans chanting Daniel Bryan during that championship ascension ceremony with everyone in the ring, and then Mark Henry raises Bryan's hand, and it's cool as heck, right? But literally, if you play the tape further for 2 seconds, Henry then puts the arm down and slashes his throat for the crowd to be quiet because Daniel Bryan was not a part of the plan. He was not Randy Orton. Okay? He was not John Cena, and he was not Batista. Shout out Dave. We do not, in this household, we are a Dave household. Okay? The point is, he was not supposed to be the focal point there. However, the crowd in Seattle, his hometown, they wouldn't let it go. And then something beautiful happened. The company listened. The World Wrestling Entertainment Company listened, and they pulled the trigger on Daniel Bryan. And all it took was a massive, organic, sustained effort that you could argue was years in the making to finally admit, hey, maybe Daniel Bryan should be there. And that is rare. Kofi Kingston, a few years later, was able to ride the same wave. One of the legit top 5 moments of my life was being in that stadium in New Jersey, not New York, New Jersey, during WrestleMania 35 and crying tears of joy, hugging my friends and high-fiving strangers. I'm throwing things. Kofi Kingston, this WrestleMania, he won the world title. Look, we all know wrestling is fake, right? But that felt as organic and real as hell because it was. We as the fans made it clear what we wanted, and we got it. But for every Bryan and Kofi, there are a dozen more Zack Ryders, Rusev Days, Cesaros, Matt Hardys, Ricochets, Elias. Did he die, though? Hashtag Free Ali. We can argue about title reigns, but Bray Wyatt could have taken that company over multiple times. He could have been the head of that company with multiple gimmicks. My point is just that just because you get over with the fans, and especially without the support of the WWE power structure, the office, if you will, it doesn't mean you're going to get that push. It doesn't mean you'll get to shine. And that sucks, honestly. And it can be demoralizing as a fan to know that. Like this past Saturday, I'm sure it felt demoralizing, and apparently in the locker room too, for some to see no new stars created with a Rumble win. I'm sure it felt crappy for some to see Lesnar or Rousey throw out their favorite superstar on their way to the road to WrestleMania. But that doesn't mean it's over. For this Mania, I mean, yeah, the main events are pretty set, but we still have some power. Not a lot. Not the power they like to tell us we have, not even close, but we do have it. It has to be organic. My God, does it have to be organic? But every few years, there will be a superstar that catches fire, and you will cheer, and you will chant their name, and you will make them change their minds. Kofi, Bryan. So for every one of those, there are dozens of failed stories, but we keep using our voice, and it seems like lately we all know the chance to influence change when we see it. Becky Lynch was supposed to be a heel. I was at that first SmackDown after her SummerSlam heel turn in Brooklyn, and not a person, I don't think, in that arena was going to boo her. She blamed us, and we said no. There is no other art form in sports where the fans can just up and say, you know what, that's our girl, and I know you want us to boo her, but we're not going to. And you will deal with it. And sure enough, on the same night Kofi won the world title, Becky Two Belts was born. You can absolutely say that the title reigns after were underwhelming for both of them, and you can go to a variety of booking problems that the champions suffered, but that's where we differ as fans a little bit. I love professional wrestling, and I'm not toxically positive about it, I promise, but I am optimistic to a fault. Why would I watch this thing I love and not root for it to be good? So yeah, Becky and Kofi's title reigns kind of stunk, but we did still have Mania 35. Am I satisfied? No. But I do know that if we had that magic on 35, that means we can have it again and again and again. So you have to continue to cheer, continue to watch what you love, and support your favorites. Man, who knows who's the next person to evolve from sittering, catering to main eventing WrestleMania. All I know is that we will be there every step of the way. I've been Erock, and I've been talking for way too long. Peace would be where I would end it, but this is my first video, so I feel like a few things. One, thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I am extremely new at this. I'm really, I love wrestling so much, and my tech abilities are limited, but I'm trying my best, and I want to just, I talk some wrestling and give that out to you. So again, if you have things that you want me to talk about, I'm going to try to be topical here, but if you want me to talk about them, just throw them in the comments. and I'd be happy to create a video if it's something that sparks me. Sorry about the cluttered mess in the back. You know, I had back surgery. Eric, what about the other times when your back was fine? Stop it. But no, I really appreciate everybody, even if it's just a few folks who watch this. I really love talking about wrestling. And again, anything you want to talk about, throw it down. If you want me to talk about Katie Vick, I'm not going to do that. But don't clip that because I might one day. We'll see. But again, watch the monster video, see Mark Henry, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much. And the rap will be uploaded too because I have no shame. Peace again.